for the ground. I'm my 2020, whoa, whoa. Woke up to deposits and it's only 8 a.m. Do it for the fam, I don't do it for the gram. Do it for my daughters, do it for my little man. That's my 2020, reason why I win. Lot of missed calls, looking bloody in my call log. I bet to myself, I'm not sorry that I logged, dog. Check my mental health, I was feeling like a lost dog. Bounce back and wipe my paws off. Get it off the humble and I stick to what I know. Nights on top of nights, long nights took a toll. Took some steps back, but I still get up and I go. And now you know, I'ma make some and I'ma spend it, yeah. New Jeep, no doors with it, no. I won't stop now, who you kidding, kidding? Every day I wake up, I'ma send it, I'ma send it, I'ma send it. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it, I'ma make some and I'ma spend it. Every day I wake up, I'ma send it. Pressure on me daily, got the family on my back. Dreams are getting bigger, put the city on my map. World inside my palm, but I'll try not to get attached. Moment that is here, could be over just like that. Fast car, no NASCAR. I was never working hard, I guess I'm mad smart. Top speed like a rocket, it was blast off. 6 figures from my couch without a mask on. Waited for my cycle like a laundry mat. Going to...
Good morning all. Hope everyone is well. Happy Thursday today. We're moving here on Mr. GJ or Mrs. GJ. I was first. No, you weren't first. You weren't first. There's people before you. Dumping down here at the moment. We'll get straight into it here. News today. Let's quickly have a look at news. A bit of Euro news later on. Looking at the rates here. I mean, the Euro is the only currency that we're seeing possible rates to be reduced before the USD. So definitely going to be interesting, but that's not till later on. So whoever's watching or trading the Euro, just keep that in mind. We can speak about it a little bit later, but basically we're seeing that the economy in Europe is not doing as well as the US, which is why it's encouraging the Euro to reduce interest rates, which will of course strengthen the USD against the Euro, and the Euro will become weaker, right? So that's what we could happen. We could see the Euro start to retrace from here. So yeah, in terms of otherwise, we're pretty clean here. Now looking at GJ at the moment, let's go ahead and do the analysis. So start off on the daily time frame here, and we can see previous daily is closing bearish here. This current daily just opened and dumped down. We had some news overnight, a lot of speeches going on, a lot of people saying random things. And it's bringing in very sensitive market conditions to where any slight announcement of JPY hawkishness, which basically means strengthening the JPY through reversing monetary policy, is sending price down, no questions asked. No data has to be backed up, nothing is being backed up. It's simply just announcements. It's not backed up by actual facts, it's announcements. But if those announcements end up becoming facts, then we will see this continue down. Now, as long as they keep talking about it, there's no reason for us, to be like, okay, this is going to just, reverse at any time here and continue up bullish. Because at the moment we can see, obviously, we have price coming down here, and this could just be a higher time frame retracement here, where the weekly tries to revisit and retest 188.500, which is obviously tradable towards the downside, before we make a decision to see if we want to bounce out of here. And that bounce will be the one where if we start to create resistance, that's where we could kind of see, and coupled with news, and we take it day by day there. But yeah, looking at what we have at the charts here, starting off on daily, obviously daily closing bearish. This daily no top wick here because we open dumped with the news. 4-hour time frame, you're going to find that we're breaking 4-hour lows now and just dumping right at the moment as we speak here. Coming into these support zones that we're just trying to cross. So I feel if we can start to maintain below these zones here, we will be able to sell down, hopefully into like at least the 700s here or something like that. Looking at the 1-hour time frame here, it'd be nice to get a 1-hour close. We can see this is a very choppy zone down here. We do have a 1-hour support sitting right at here that we can mark. We can mark this as 1-hour support. And yeah, 30-minute on the other hand, is that a little bit deeper? No, that's the same. And hopefully 15 should be the same as well. So we have a nice, unified zone, which we do. So yeah, that is going to be our unified zone. We do have a little bit of room from here to here though. How big is this? Because 5-6 pips. Where is that? So I'm just marking everything now. That's our 15. And let's see where we're at. Okay. So that's where we're at. We have a couple of levels here. This is a pretty deep 15-minute closure. This candle's closing in 3 minutes and 41. How deep? That's 27 pip stop. Yeah, it's a pretty big stop here. Pretty big stop. Here's my theory. Seeing these announcements are not being retraced means some big boys know something and they create excuses to explain their sells. Or we're just seeing people try to get that, what is the name? The generational trade, right? From the top of the range. So they just want to get in. Any negative news, they're like, I need to get in and continue the sells so that I can be part of a generational trade. Right? So that's another reason. But yeah, obviously, you know, bias here is bearish. It was mixed, but since we're breaking down below 4-hour lows, as long as we remain below these 4-hour lows, I do think we continue the downside here. If we start rejecting from here and this ends up being a liquidity grab, then buys will be above the 4-hour high, which is going to be our 15-minute resistance here anyways. But that's not till we start to break above that zone. Then I feel we can retrace some of this move for sure. I'll be happy to give that a shot as well, especially that we pop down first. But as long as we just keep, you know, moving our way towards the downside here, then, you know, sells are going to make sense. And we'll have to see how this candle closes. We need something closing below this 4-hour daily support before making any other decisions. See what we got there. Also minor 30. The 1 hour is a little bit higher. Yeah, it's a little bit choppy zone. Would prefer below 791, but ranges have opened up a little bit. That's already 8-9 pips, you know. You don't want to get in late and then have to run 30 pip stop loss, which puts you off the trade, you know. Because if we wait for closes down below here, you know, then you're running 30-40 pip stop loss here. You also have a big gap 8 hours ago. I'll check on my broker. So look. Yes, there's still a gap. Semi-filled though. It's not a big gap though. It's not a big gap. It is, how big in pips? It's semi-filled. There's only like very, very small. I'll consider that almost filled. It's like 2 pips not filled. So, yeah. You guys keep asking about gold. We're speaking about GJ. Give me a sec, you know. Gold. Screw GJ. Need to explain GJ first. We were moving here. So we'll see. 1 minute we have to explain gold here. So gold on the other hand, start off on the daily time frame here. Obviously, same thing is working, man. Breakouts out of the range is working here. Now, obviously, this was a very hard breakout to take because this was at Asian session here. It was not at the charts. But yesterday, a lot of news over yesterday. So also very hard to take with all of yesterday's news here. So that's pretty hard to trade. So I won't really consider yesterday being easy to trade here because of all of the news we had. But coming into today now, you know, looking at the weekly here, you know, we literally just pushed on all-time highs, which is massive here, pushing on all-time highs. Daily time frame as well, pushing on all-time highs, closing strong here. Continuation still makes sense. The big boy will be tomorrow on NFP. NFP is going to be the big one here. Today we do have a bit of news here, unemployment claims, which can also impact NFP, right? Because it's non-farm payment, so we could see unemployment kind of give an idea of NFP. So this could also be a very heavy today at 5:30 to see what that does. But otherwise, continuation makes sense here, and it's gonna be the same. Let a range form, and then above 2060 is gonna give you the continuation. So like yesterday, above that level we were looking 2135. Here 2160, that is where you're going to see the continuation here on gold. So I would say again, stay out of the range, wait for it, and then wait for the breakouts because they've just been very, very easy. If you're going to trade gold, just wait for those breakouts. I mean, yesterday was difficult because it didn't really give you an entry on the breakout, but the day before was pretty easy. The day before that also easy. You know, stops are going to be bigger. You just have to be comfortable with that. But it's been pretty straightforward. Of course, on the previous London session, took a small position on gold, so have got some of this move here. This would have been good for me just to hold runners, but you know, you never get it perfectly. So yeah, I think waiting for range and then closing above 2160 here is going to be the shot. We'll come back. I mean, there's no 4-hour candles closing bearish even yet to consider sells. So I won't look to sell gold just yet. It's too early until we see heavy rejection forming, or like a blow off top, you know, where you see a massive wick. Once you see a massive wick and then price tries to fill that wick and then start to fail, below that level where it starts to fail is where you can be looking for those sells. Otherwise, now follow the trend. It is your friend. So coming back to GJ here, we did still respect this support here. So no sells right now, as long as we respect this support. I'd like to see us get below this support before considering any form of sells here. Yeah, that's what I'd like to see. So yeah, that's what I would wait for on gold. You know, be a little bit patient and just wait for the easy moves, right? Don't try to, you know, we've had a lot of heavy upside here. They could be followed by heavy pullbacks today with unemployment claims. So just be careful about that, you know. But otherwise, you know, plan is going to remain the same. If unemployment claim just does some sort of wick like this, and then we close later above 2160, it's going to be your shot again. All right, it's going to be your shot again, and that's how it is. So be patient. I wouldn't recommend trying to trade this range here. It's where you're going to get messed up a lot. And in London, if we break out 2160 in London, which is possible here, we did see a lot of volume in Asian. So if we break 2160 during London, wait for the same thing we saw here, where we get the breakout during London, wait for support above, and then take that trade. That's what I'll be waiting for here. Is if this breaks out now, I'll wait for support above and take the trade. Same as this, right? You're just going to replicate the same move, right? But if this was New York, then just the straight breakout is going to make sense here. Hi, today gold can get reversal and go down. Stop trying to predict the top on gold, because if you do that, it's a career-ending move, right? Calling tops and bottoms is career-ending. Just let the chart show you that there is going to be some form of rejection. There has been no rejection at the moment. We are just still continuing up, moving into the 2060s, which is all-time highs. GJ got volume right now. Yeah, it's starting to move a little bit. We just need to find an entry and not, like, you know, jump into anything too quick and then get eaten up here, you know. A lot of supports down here that we could easily reject. Remember, this move is pretty early here. How can we calculate pips in gold? You just use the measuring tool and you divide by 10 or times by 10. So you times this number by 10 and you divide that number by 10. So this would be 400 pips. Whatever I just measured. What's bias for GJ? Technically, based on just rules, it's mixed, but we have a lot more bearish momentum than bullish at the moment. Problem today, on a day like today, is going to be stops. They're all massive. 32 pips. It's good to see that these levels are being respected, which means we have to care about them. Can't just ignore them fully. This is a 15 and 30 minute support here. I feel if we can close below that, we will break through it. The next one. Agreed. On close or just on break? Yeah, I think that should be fine. Where are you putting stops? I don't think we'll get away with those stops. Today's volatile. 10, 12 pip pullback could be easily come into the market. At least somewhere back above here. Just a bit of room is what it needs. Yeah, this shit melting here. Come on, give us an entry. Harry, how do you deal with missed trades? Today would have been my first 1000 day, but the premium fair value gap didn't even get tapped. Yeah, that means you didn't miss the entry because your entry trigger did not, did not trigger here. So what can you do? I mean, this is a very hard move. You have to just go impulsively here. Like even your trade with your plan of fair value gap or whatever it was did not get triggered. So you haven't missed anything because your entry criteria was not met. So if your entry criteria was not met, then you haven't missed anything, because how can you enter? Hopefully this next 5 creates a thunderstorm and that will be the trade. But stops are going to be big today. 33 pips or something. By the way, guys, 500 of us in here. If you guys enjoyed the analysis, be sure to leave a like on the stream. Get at least 200 likes here. I would appreciate it. Would appreciate it. I feel anger at GJ. Yeah, because it's moving, randomly here with no closes and making it hard for you to enter. Not only that, then what? We're 100% sure in our trading hours it will range. Yeah, that's typical. What can we do about that? I mean, now we just need an entry. Anything like 5 thunder, just something to give us an entry, and then we can be involved. If not, then what to do? Like on a heavy volume day like today, it's okay to be a little bit, you know, a little bit more aggressive. But 3 minutes with this volume here is tough. But I'm not just gonna sell right at the lows like this. FOMO into something. Which crypto do you trade? I don't trade crypto, I invest in crypto. Are people getting confused with the chat likes to the YouTube likes? As soon as you said like, we got loads of likes on chat, but not the YouTube. Oh, there's such thing as a chat like? Yeah, that's true, that's true. If you guys could leave a like on YouTube, not on chat. 510 of us in here and only 100 likes. Guys are sleeping. Guys are sleeping. Happening again? I think if someone presses like on the stream, it comes in the chat likes as well. GJ feeling down, someone motivate GJ? Well, we want it to continue in a trend. This will be the hour close as well here. Yeah, this will be interesting. If the hour can close below support here, this will definitely be interesting. It's a massive 1 hour close though. Massive, massive 1 hour close. And if it doesn't close below the support, that is extremely interesting as well. See if it clears this 1 hour level here. Yeah, that's drawn accurately. 26 seconds for close. Just to be clear, it's the thumbs under the video. Thanks, Jiggy. Good to see you as well, brother. Good to see you as well. How do you know which day is volatile? You just see because of this movement we're having and the news overnight, right? We opened like a straight dump here. We opened straight dump. Right, 5 minutes closing bullish here. Yeah, I feel now we created a 5 minute support. If we can close below that 5 minute support, would be worth aggressive entry here. Because remember, the 1 hour is not closing above here. I mean, not closing below. So we need at least a 5 minute to give us entry. See this 5-minute close here. 706 is a watch zone. I don't see it. It's passed through. It's passed through already. It's too small. Too small for me to consider that. Setup 2 on gold makes sense. Yes, technically it would make sense here. It's just, are we going to range like this? Right? So for me, the strategy I like to be using on gold is breakouts. But you could give that a shot. But don't, if it stops pushing, then, you know, be aggressive with it. See how this 5-minute close. Give me a sec. Be back. Stops above previous 15 or 5 structure. Probably above here. I want to see this 5-minute close a little bit stronger here, somewhere down here. Yeah, but stops would be above that 5-minute there, so you'd just be saved, you know. Alright, 5-minute close here. So you get a top wick here. I think if we can break these lows here, this could be a good option. Being aggressive today because we have a lot of momentum, so just have to be aggressive, otherwise you missed all your options. Full risk on this? Yeah, probably. But I counted with the stop loss. I have to run like negative risk to reward on this trade. What 4-hour level though? It's an old 4-hour level that we crossed through. Where's that 4-hour level? It's been crossed through 1, 2, this time here through once, twice. TP1 500, yes. Can I draw? Yeah, but I might be triggered. Getting close here. All right. Got triggered on that. As we broke the lows here. Max stop loss going to be above here. TP1 around 500. Max TP down there. See how this goes. Can I draw it now? Yes. You can. Yeah, but we crossed through it. We retested it and then we rebroke it. It's a very small, it's one candle pause. It's one candle pause. I mean, there's just really heavy momentum here in the market, and I think if we just keep waiting and not take risks, then it's just gonna go. But if it reverses from here, then it's just unfortunate. Risk is accounted for, you know. If we can break these lows, will be good. Where's all my key levels? What's the reason for this fall? We're seeing a lot of speeches come in about JPY weakness here. So we're just trying to play on that JPY weakness here and just trying to, use a 5 minute to get in here, breaking of lows, just to give ourselves a shot to be part of this move here. If it just reverses out from here, yes, it's unfortunate, but at the end of the day, we have a lot of heavy momentum here and have to play on that. JPY strength, GBP weakness? Yes, exactly. Not JPY weakness, not GBP weakness, sorry, just more of JPY strength. How can I get the key levels? I made them manually. I made those manually. Looks like a fake out. It could be, but that's why we have stop loss in place, right? That's why we have stop loss in place, but we're just playing on momentum here. Have to give myself a shot today. I can't just sit and, be worried about it being a fake out. I have to give myself a shot because on heavy momentum days like this, I realize it's better to try get in earlier than just keep waiting. Even if it ends up being a loss, it's accounted for. 1-2%, whatever you decided to risk on this, that's that. The deeper the 15 can close here, the better. The deeper the 15 can close. Now we just need to wait for the top wick here and then hopefully break the lows. can break the lows here, would be a good sign. Come on, just break the lows. Don't retest the lows, break it. Yeah, it's not good that we didn't break the lows here. That's a little bit concerning. We might have to hold a pretty pullback through this. Maybe back up to these levels here. 775 potential pullback zone. Yeah, I was looking at it at the broker, on my broker, didn't break the lows just yet. Hopefully this now can break the lows so we have that confirmation. There we go. Gonna move stops to above this 15-minute candle high here. See if we can push down a little bit more here. A little bit more juice would be nice. I would expect it to flip down immediately here. No bottom wick, nipple wick. It has a very nipple wick here. much did it give us here? 8 pips. Yeah. Not another FU candle. Visualizing. So you want this to be stopped out? Negative way to look at a trade. Should we exit? I mean, if you were uncomfortable, you could have exited at break even if you're uncomfortable in the trade, but you know, I'm okay too. We've managed risk already. I've reduced the stop loss from a 24 pip stop loss to a 17 pip stop loss, 18 pip stop loss. So I've managed risk on this position here. I'm gonna lose less than I imagined to lose here, and that's fine. Did we tap this 15 support and I just missed it? Oh shit. Yeah, that's a mistake on my end. Okay, yes. That's not good that I missed that. That should have been a mental BE spot for sure. We'll see if we can get the rebreak. Yeah, I missed this 15 support, guys. I missed this 15 support. I didn't mark it. Shit, man. This is a big mistake from my end. This was an important support, man. Came back all the way from all these spots here. And I just missed it. Oh, that's a mistake. That's definitely break-even, mental break-even spot there. 8 pips in profit when we hit that support. We'll see if we can just survive this. I've already managed a bit here, but yeah, that's definitely mental break-even. We just have to continue this downtrend at the moment then. That's the only way we'll survive this. Yeah, risk is managed here. I'm not too worried. I still trust this is bearish. I'll manage based on 15-minute closes. I'll make a decision seeing what happens in the next 5 minutes here. But yeah, that was a mistake from my end. Happens. Happens. Yeah, that's gonna cost me that mistake. Looks like minor, no problem with volume. Yeah, volume, the problem is we tapped that, right? We know like even this was minor up here. This 15-minute support up here was minor, but we still tapped and had reaction. Now we can't expect how big the reaction is, and this is exactly what I mean. I just didn't notice that one. I did not notice that one. Would have marked it. It is definitely significant because of the previous reactions. That always plays into it, you know? We can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 reactions. 6 reactions from that zone. Definitely going to be some sort of significance. But we're still not out of it, right? We're still not out of it. I trust the highs. As long as the highs are respected, this is going to continue down. So I'm still optimistic. It still follows the plan. It's just management-wise, I could have got out of holding this drawdown before looking for a different entry. But in terms of the trade itself here, I'm not too worried about it. I'm not too worried. It still makes sense as a trade. It still makes sense as a trade, for sure. You know? We're on a bearish trend here. You know, as long as we can survive these highs not being broken here, we will be okay. So at this point here, this is a good lesson though. What happens when you're in a trade and you miss something in your trade, like hitting a support that you could have managed? Trade still makes sense. Okay, we have not broken highs. That's where I'm wrong. I have managed risk already, right? Remember, we were running stop loss above here. We were running a 28 pip stop loss. Now we've reduced to around a 17 pip stop loss. I've managed risk. I've reduced my stop loss by around 10 pips. So I'm saving 10 pips on this trade anyways. So even if I'm going to lose because of this mistake I made, I'm going to lose a lot less here. So that's first thing. Second thing is, what's going on is that we are still seeing price respect highs. So as long as we see it respect the high where I'm wrong, it should eventually continue down. And if it doesn't, then that's just unfortunate, right? And then that's something I'll have to just take on the chin and say I forgot to look at this level. But definitely, 8 pips was enough here to, I mean, the previous days we were begging for 8 pips. Previous 4 hours bullish didn't make sense to me. Yeah, but we broke below the lows. Previous daily also very heavily bearish here on previous daily, right? Breaking below all of these lows here, coming back down to retest that previous weekly support resistance type thing here. Apart from that, 4-hour time frame did break below the lows here. We broke below the 4-hour support. We closed below the 4-hour support on a 15-minute here. That's where our entry was triggered. And then on the 5-minute, we waited for structure to form. As structure was formed and we closed below, we took it break of low. Just look, it tapped that level perfectly here. It tapped that level perfectly, and I just didn't mark it. That's a mistake. This should have been a break-even trade, but I didn't mark that 15 level. I didn't mark that 15 level. It tapped it perfectly. That was your mental break-even point at minimum, right? Maximum, I should have lost in this trade maybe 1-2 pips at that point. Nothing more. So probably I'm going to be punished for this, but that's how the market humbles you. I might be punished. But until the highs break, I'm not wrong in the trade. So as long as these highs are respected, I could maybe get out. So, we'll see what happens here. There's nothing I can do. This is something outside of my control. All right? But to be honest, now with this 15 closing strong bullish like this, if we break this high, yeah, no top wick as well. Yeah, if we break this high here, it's gone. It's gone, it's gone. If this 1 minute re-breaks its own high, I'm going to close here. I'm going to close if this 1 minute re-breaks its own high. I'll just manage this in drawdown. Alright, so if it re-breaks its own high, I'm going to close. Is that clear, guys? Re-break of this 1 minute own high here, I will close this trade. Alright. No top wick on this 15. If it comes back to entry here, I'm going to probably close. We will see, we will see. Got a little bit lucky here with that. Close full or close half? I'm thinking. I don't like there's no top wick. If there's top wick, then probably close half, but no top wick, right? Let's just watch this on lower time frame here. Let's just watch this on lower time frame. We'll be able to manage. All right, so we're at entry here. Now we're a little bit below entry. I'm a little bit in profits. If this comes above entry again, I'm going to close half. Okay, if this comes above entry. If we re-break these lows, we're in a good position actually. We might just get away with this. We might get away with this. Might get away with this. Come on, GJ, do it for Harry today, please. Do it for Harry. This will be such an epic trade. What a sweat. Writing L's in the chat? Come on, bro. Don't write L's in the chat. All right, lows are broken here. I'm going to move my stop loss to mental break even here. Let's go. That's good, man. That's always fortunate when we get something like that. I'm actually going to mental this, guys. I'm going to mental this. I feel if the momentum continues here, we can continue nicely bearish. So I'll let it tap my entry, and then we'll see. Here we need an absolute tear. See if we can get to like, quickly get to here. Let's see it. You do it, GJ. Let's see you do it. Let's see you do it. 5-minute close below. Yes, it did. It did, but it needed to break the lows here. That's why I'm going to allow it to mental here. I think mental here is not a bad idea. After all of that waiting, I close B. No, you can just be at, yeah, mental. You know? Or you can be full B. If you're really uncomfortable, be full B. If it comes, taps your entry, just be out. But I think mental here, I don't mind. I made a mistake, but you see, today is going to be a good lesson either way. No matter the result of today, it's going to be a good lesson, and we're going to discuss about it after. Because a bit of everything was involved today. Let's go, GJ. Let's go, GJ. Break 1 minute lows, then we can go hard B. Yeah, I don't think that's a bad idea. We're about 10 pips up. Well, I mean about 8 pips at the moment, but we should be, yeah. Just need some volume here. When's the next close? Next close in a little bit. Come on, give us something today. Don't reject now. It's too early to reject. You just need to give us 12 to 15 pips. I'll be happy, GJ. 12 to 15 pips. This is the flip now, GJ. You know it's the flip right now. Come on. You know this is the flip. If this 1 minute breaks this high, I think it's gonna come back to entry. If we can survive this, in here, we can just survive this area here, we should be good. This is where it has to survive. Alright. Oh, it was about to do it, but it went to grab liquidity down. This box is where it has to survive. Come on, GJ. Survive it, man. Alright, it's surviving. Yeah. I guess if this 5 minute flips up a little bit more, gonna be out. After all of this, you need at least 50 pips, I know, right? Okay, that box, yes, to go, the box is holding, boys. The box is holding, let's go. Hold, trust in the box. Guys, draw resistance here, come on. Don't flip, draw resistance, don't retest here and just go down. Come on, we're waiting, no. No, damn, I'm out break even, that stopped me break even, shit. That sucks, man. After all of that, I got stop break even there. Ah. All good though, all good. Break even for the Mr. Harry here. That's alright. We will take it. I actually got triggered pretty early there on that break even. It slipped me a bit in profit for some reason. Look at this. Like a pip in profit. Interesting. Well, what an emotional roller coaster that was. We survived it. 8 pips. All of that emotions to see 8 pips. Close 50% drawdown? No, we adjusted stop loss anyways. That was the management. Now I'm thinking about re-entry. What's we got going on 15 minute here? Damn. Well, remember the 15 has no top wick here, so in the next 2 minutes it could. It could. It's a mental loss, but not monetary? Yeah. I also got slipped. Oh, you also got slipped? You made £3? Yeah, for some reason slipped in profit on that break even. Must have triggered the break even, but then went down quickly. And when it went down, that's when the order was executed. Took 1.3 pips on this one. Yeah, I think, you know, overall, we got out unscathed on this. Pretty lucky. Definitely need a shot after this, a nice cigar or something. You know? Got 1.5 pips for emotion. Yeah, I got slipped a pip. Damn, that was. I still haven't put these stupid dates. Okay, I need to put these dates. Big sweat. What a sweat this was. But look, we're avoiding this drawdown again, which is okay. But we should have avoided the original drawdown. What time was that? Isn't it better to enter sooner? I didn't find an entry sooner. But that's why it was zooming down, so we needed to capitalize off that. But we gave it an option, man. We were, you know, took the decision. I took the risk. This would have, both ways would have been a break-even trade, because if I did mark that 15 level, I would have probably gone mental break-even. When it came back here, I would have got stopped up break-even. Then I wonder how I would have felt when it started going down here. But then look, I would have felt okay, so. You still holding? No, we closed at break-even. We made that very clear, actually. Right, 15-minute candle closed here within the support. Yeah. I think next trades are going to be below that 15-minute support that we keep rejecting. That's where the re-entry is going to be. Harry, can you make a video topic on when to wait for a setup to form? Can you stop spamming, man? I'm not even going to answer your question because you spammed that like 10 times, you know? 10 times is too much to spam something, bro. Uh-oh. I just play out here. Oh, here it is. Claudio's still in, I think. Yes, I think he held. I think he held that. Jiggy's still in. Few people, I think, confident to hold that. I'd made a decision to close break even. Honestly, good idea. Just weak. Well, you have the decision now, right? Big ball man? Yes, yes, indeed. Well, now you can manage stop loss, right? That's another way to take this trade, is to manage stop loss, right? Anything breaking above this 5-minute high or breaking above this, you can take 12 pip loss. All under management you can do. It's a hard trade to hold because it keeps rejecting the lows here every single time. So it's hard to know when to go break even. If this 1 minute can close below here, you guys should be good. Yeah, that was nice. You saw it grab liquidity up. That's a good thing. It's a good sign normally. Well, the main reason I decided, see, I held it once we went back in profits, but the main reason I decided to go break even is because my original plan would have been to go break even at a 15-minute support like that. So I'll just be breaking my own rules. It's respecting 5-minute structure? Yes, it still is respecting 5-minute structure. So that's on your side for this continuing down. As long as that 5-minute structure is respected, like if this candle closes below, stops can be trailed to here. And you can just trail stops on the way down. I think if I didn't have to hold the sweat of that drawdown, I would have been a lot more relaxed and trail on 5-minute structure here. But I've made the decision to close. It's too late to change now. I need to fill this journal because this is giving me OCD. 27. It's giving me OCD. 28. 3147. OCD things. 4. Okay, I feel better now. That looks way cleaner. Yeah, it just keeps pulling back from this 15-minute till we get a 5-minute closing below here. I think that's where the sells would come through. But I mean, if you want to just trail, the best thing at this spot right now, if you're holding the trade, is just manage your loss here. If we break 5-minute structure at the top of the range here, I think that's where it's gonna, because that's what it's not doing. What it's not doing is breaking 5-minute structure. So I think as long as that 5-minute structure can continue, this thing should eventually just make its way towards the downside. You know, especially now if we re-break the lows again, and then even if it pulls back after re-breaking the lows but still respects the 5-minute structure, it should be fine. So if you're still holding from original entry, which was somewhere up here, then you can just take a 4-pip loss here. You know, that's how, and that's going to be nothing compared to original stop loss. So that's well managed here. And I think if I wasn't sitting in that sweat, that's what I would have probably the way I would have managed. Still 22 BE? No, more. Updated? No need to exclamation mark tell me what to do, man. You guys never tell me to update my journal when we take wins, you know? I probably missed to put 1 or 2 wins inside of this stream win rate. Because you guys don't remind me. Loss and break even? Oh! Bro, put it down right now. I can't believe you have 55 wins and 15 losses. Are you going to re-enter? Yeah, if I find an entry, yes. I think next entry will be London Open. You're still holding? Yeah, I think if you're still holding, then 500 should be the next target here. You know, but if you're still holding right now, as long as it respects this 5-minute structure, technically it still makes sense. But if you just don't want to lose a trade today, then obviously now you're in a position where you can go break even. But if you can survive till London Open here, I think that will be your best shot here. Because if London Open can just make a small top wick on the 1 hour, flip and dump, then you're going to be in an amazing position. You're only trading currency pairs too or gold? Gold mainly in New York. Hi, I got a question. We have a bearish bias, strong 1 hour bullish close. Would it make sense to buy even though the bearish bias? No. Yeah, nice. There you get your 500 right there. Amazing. So that's TP1 there. That's TP1 if you still held this position, unlike me. Running around 16 pips here. This I would probably go hard break even at this point, no matter what you are doing in this position, because there's literally no point to lose this position right now. What about gold? Not sure what gold. Yeah, gold staying in the range, right? This is what we were discussing. Let it form its range, let it chill, and, you know, take breakouts later. Yeah, that 500 should be interesting level here. You be careful at that 500. Really unfortunate on GJ. Oh yeah, you even closed up here, man. Didn't move to just break even. I'm not sure why you closed half in drawdown. When we manage stop loss. But it's okay. You move stop loss also? But we didn't hit stop loss, right? Well, you shouldn't have. I don't know about your spread, but... yeah, so once you move that... we had 25 pip stop to begin with. Then we moved it. I mean, sorry, down here. I don't know where I'm looking. I thought I was on 5-minute. We had 25 pip stop somewhere above here. We moved it down to the previous 15-minute. Why does it reject all levels you mentioned? Can you please delete 500? It should break through on this, hopefully for you guys. There we go. That's your break. Oh, it was liquidity. Oh. Mostly stop loss at 5-minute highs and lows of the candle. 15. Yeah, 15 you want to keep. We actually kept it above the 15. So when we entered break somewhere of here, we didn't put our stop loss here. We put our stop loss around 25 pips just to give us room, because this 15-minute candle was not closed. Once that 15-minute candle closed and we broke the lows, we moved it from 25 pips to around 16 pips. So we managed it by 10 pips here. So even if stop loss gets hit, you're losing less. So there's no need to do any more management. The only other management we could have done is the one I did, moving break even. Now this was a very very complicated trade for me, because this was a zone that I missed to mark. Made me super uncomfortable until we got below that zone. Right? Then this candle opened, no top wick here, could flip. We kept rejecting the zone. I rather just be out. I was definitely heavier risk on this one myself, and it made me pretty uncomfortable. I woke up late. Have you traded? Yeah, we took sells. Can watch the stream replay. If London opens here and doesn't give a small top wick push down, then it's worth to close. So I would say hold to London open here. Let this do a small top wick. If it pushes down, hold it. But if it just pushes down and starts rejecting, no need to be greedy in it. Five-minute no bottom wick? You mean no? No, it has. What's your thoughts about taking partials? Better just to close full most of the time, unless you're attempting to leave a runner. But we're reaching that daily zone. Look at this daily retest zone. So I don't think, I mean, you could try just trail. I would say the best thing is to trail, but there's only a few times I leave partials is when I'm trying to leave a runner, and I'll only close 50%. So if I open a 10 lot, I'll close a 5 lot and leave the rest to run. So here's your London open. You really just want a small top wick, and then you should get the push down here. Or, you know, at least like a 4 or 5 pip. The way it's pushing down right before London, I think it's indicating that if you get an extra push here, it's bonus money. Like this is bonus money. Yeah. Yeah, I would be out by now. I would have been out at 500 myself, but I mean, if you were still holding past it. Fully closed, nice. You guys held, that's nice. Yeah, it's a tough trade. I could have done differently there. Comes back, puts us in heavy drawdown. 4 pips from stop loss. Yeah, I think I went too big size in this. This is my problem. Do we need to keep redrawing lines after 1 hour and 4 hour? No, because you're always looking at the next level, next level, next level. I always miss trade because I'm waiting for pullback, but market fills the ranges. Don't wait for pullback. Do what we did. Just enter at the close below, and sometimes you'll get stuck in a pullback. But you know, that's the thing, is you have to give yourself the shot. Doesn't matter what's the outcome after that, as long as the trade did make sense here. You know, it just wasn't the easiest move. In hindsight, yeah, it looks good. Looks good, but we know what happened in this trade. Very complicated, actually. How often do you update your lines? Every session. So New York session, I'll update this. And yeah. Should I get out of this trade? Probably just trail your stop loss on 1 minute structure if you haven't closed. You know, if you haven't closed, then just keep trailing on 1 minute structure. Or you can just, if you're happy with the profits right now, take a close, you know. So up to you the way you want to run it, depends, you know. For me, I would have been out around 500 anyways because that's the level I was looking at. But let's say I was still holding this trade because I closed full, not partials, right? If I was still holding this trade, then I would probably just hold on, and I held through this 1 minute pullback here. I would just trail my stop loss on 1 minute highs or 1 minute structure, you know. Because both ways you're going to secure profit. But don't just sit there and hold at break even hoping for more. Like, make sure that you're actively going to close it. Bulls make money, bears make money, pigs get slaughtered. Yeah, so probably if I was holding on the high here, I would probably just get out. You're out? Okay, good. Yeah, taking profits is never a bad idea, 100%. Yeah, look at that pullback, man. Classic London pullback here. So not today. We retested that weekly zone, right? Look. Can expect reaction from there. The flip, no, it's extended now at the moment. Not gonna FOMO into a move just for the sake of it. Do you think it's going up anytime soon? If this Bank of Japan, remember these are all unannounced things that the Bank of Japan are saying. Right? So if they just keep talking, then this is just gonna continue down. The more they open their mouth, the more this is gonna continue down. Cheers, Jiggy. Take care. Re-entry? No, there was no re-entry on that. I'm just thinking myself, like, what should I have done differently? Did it make sense to hold? Yeah, nothing changed, right? I put too much risk on that to be comfortable. Fucking risking 2.5 grand, not good. Closing half, letting him run? Yeah, would have been okay. 4-point spread, yeah, 0.4 is fine. Big baller lots fire, yeah, but wanted to come back at break even. Yeah, I went a bit heavy on this. Popped a 10, 25 pip stops. Not fun. Holding 1.7k drawdown. You have to push yourself. So, this is what I'm gonna do now. Gonna do a quick review with you guys of the trade here, and yeah, discuss it, right? Because that's what I want to do, and that's what I want to review here. So, this is how I'm gonna do my review. All right. Took the trade here as we broke the 5-minute lows, right? Did it follow the plan? Yes. Was stop loss in a good place? Also yes, right? Ran stop loss above here, 25 pip stops. Was great. Now, we pushed into profit around 8 pips. I did not mark a old 15-minute level here. Big mistake. This 15-minute level should be a mental break even. Why is this relevant? Not because of this small pause here, but because of this level being so relevant from all the way back here. So it is a relevant level. Now, once we started rejecting that, made me immediately uncomfortable in the trade. When I'm immediately uncomfortable in the trade because I've missed a level, I have to now just rely on analysis here. So when I say fine, analysis is right, what I did is I managed my stop loss. Instead of running stop loss above the highs up here, I pulled it down and put it here for 16, 17 pips, right? So already removed 10 pips from my original stop loss, managing risk here. We then had to hold some very heavy drawdown here, okay? After holding some very heavy drawdown, we respected structure because we were going down, and we ended up continuing bearish here, right? But in saying that, we opened with no top wick, okay? And we closed with a rejection wick on the 15-minute candle, right? And this is my whole thought process in this. With that having no top wick, this could be a liquidity grab to flip up. But since we had bearish bias, we could go down to extremely low time frame and just manage on the trade here as we start to push down, start to push down, start to push down. As we broke these lows and then pulled back and then re-broke the lows, that's where I decided to move break even, right? Because we broke the lows, re-broke the lows. I decided to move break even because I didn't want this to be this type of liquidity grab, just to flip the 15-minute candle bullish, and then we continue up here. So looking at this management, I think the only way I could get out of this is probably close half at entry, leave the stop loss up here. Therefore, total net, I would have lost maybe 5 to 7 pips net. And just accept that loss and then TP down at original spot. Maybe I would have made less, but that's in perfect case scenario here. Following a plan that I know I can replicate again and again and again, right? So, yeah, that's my review of that. Not too complicated. I have the next session. We have tomorrow again to smash the market. I'm not too worried. The main thing is, did I come out today in a loss? No, I didn't. I didn't come out in profits, which is also a bad thing in my books, because at the end of the day, I'm very picky with how my performance has to be, because, you know, I'm at a level where these things count, right? These things count. This income counts as well, okay? So people have to understand that, right? But I'm a trader. I can't always manage perfectly, but I chose the safest option, and the safest option saves me money. And if that saves me money, I'm not down. All I have to do is take a win and then I'm back up. But taking a loss, I have to take a win and then another win to be back than where I was before the loss. I hope everyone understands that. Remember, you close at no profits, you just have to take a win to be better than where you were today. You close at a loss, you have to take 2 wins, right? To be back to ahead of where you were. Alright, that's my review of my session here. Don't think it's the worst, but also would have been nice to be involved in this move. So So I congratulate myself for being aggressive and holding and trusting the analysis. But also is frustrating that this played out. But I know from experience, if this thing just reversed from here, right? If this thing reversed from here and started shooting up the screen, we would all sit here and say, what an amazing break even. This was great. It respected the 15-minute level. So I know it works both ways like that. So yeah, that's my analysis. I think a very educational stream today. A lot of good information. Would have liked to close with some profits, but hey, we have tomorrow. We know long term that we remain profitable, and that's the main thing here. So we have many more wins ahead. I know it because that's the plan. We'll follow the plan. We'll get these lobsters. We'll all eat well until we all eat, brothers. So take care all. Amazing. Well done for holding the drawdown. All of us would have got unscathed or profit, or most. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed that. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. And hopefully we can wrap up the week beautifully here. So with that being said, take care, trade sharp, and hopefully catch you guys very soon. Peace.